Alrighty. Morning, guys. It is Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Wednesday. I triple checked. I look dumb dancing here. There used to be NPCs, but they disappear whenever it turns daytime. Well, it's about to turn nighttime, so I mean, we'll see all these NPCs coming back. They'll just respawn. But yeah, how's everyone doing this Wednesday? You guys excited for season 3? I am, but at the same time, I'm kind of just waiting because, you know, oh, I'll get into that later. Anyways, good morning, Danny. Good morning, Drag. Aaron Lurk, no problem. Crescentel, good morning. Burger Kings, Smokesies, Saya, good morning, guys. Sifu, Wuggy, good morning. Effie on YouTube, good morning. Nazo, good morning. Alright, with the Mahjong video, I think I might do the Mahjong video here. That's my plan, because I don't really have a lot of time to do it off stream, and I think it's better just to maybe answer any questions here that you guys might have. We'll see. We'll see. We tried doing the Slumber Dream one, and then that one didn't go well, but then maybe if I have something to read off in the side, like an outline, maybe that'll help me out organize a little bit while I'm streaming. You're just getting off work? Oh, okay. Nice. Well, it releases in 12 hours. Hopefully you're able to look at the first few hours of season 3. The Imagine exchange event? Not that I know of. I don't remember there being a... Oh, look there. Look, everyone respawned. I don't think there is a Imagine refund event. Unless there was new news that happened between the last time I streamed and now. The last thing I heard, I don't remember hearing anything about it. Something about exchanging fake something about exchange imagines. I have never seen the news. Yeah, they talked about it in an interview. If you're talking about the interview part, I went over it last stream. Pretty much TLDR. Screw you guys. Sorry I'm being blunt, but like that's pretty much what the message I got as a fan of the game. Yeah, just tap the 1% chance. I mean, come on, we tap 1% chance all the time if you play Korean MMOs. 1% chance like a 50-50, right? How bad can that be? Red Skyward, thank you for standby. Fox is on YouTube. Any balance in season 3? There's so Kotome sent me a little bit of patch notes and a couple that had like some very slight tweaks, but then the thing is, guys, for global players, you guys don't even have to care about these balance patches. You know why? Because they're still gonna, like, the main course of balance comes mid-season for China, so it doesn't even matter right now. So don't stress out about it. But I know people are gonna stress out about it every freaking day. I'm just gonna keep repeating the same thing. That this guy's called excited customer. He's excited, guys. He's excited for season 3. Chalked on, thank you for the 95 days, holy. Are there official patch notes out? Yeah, the official patch notes are out. I don't know where Kotome got the balance, the small balance changes from. Maybe it's in the, because I got the balance notes like days after, or days before the patch notes came out. Let me look at the patch notes first. I'm just pulling it up. Where is it at? Updates. It's right here. Hey, Razor. Good morning, man. Well, you just use good old machine translation. Okay. Schedule to undergo maintenance from 4 to 11. So that is 6, 7, 8 hours. It's a long time, guys. It's a long time. Okay, I said 6. I need, like, it's just natural now. 4 to 11. So that is, so when is 4 again? That one is, that's like 2 p.m. PST, right? And then all the way until 9 p.m. PST, somewhere around that. Hour downtime. Get all this cool free stuff. Cool. 2K Rose Orbs, don't worry guys, you guys will get 10% of that when we whenever you guys get your season 3, don't worry. New map, I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure that's Starland, but I could be wrong. It really is, yeah it is. It's like over here talking about it. All the cool stuff it's gonna have. Don't like playing wet dodgeball. Limited time event. I gotcha, cool. I mean, a lot of these you guys are gonna get at the same time. I think I have a list of people to ban in my chat, and it's probably gonna be everyone. Somehow. New linkage of exclusive limited time event. Are you first target ban? I didn't say you were first one. What? I'm just referencing. Never mind. Oh, what is this? Linkage time or limited time linkage of launch participate in the Meow reward. Okay, I'm just gonna dumb it down to it's just another event. Apple and login to receive events. Ah shoot, I have to do this on China too. I don't have mobile on China. GG's. And it's just talking about the new class, you know, all that. Let's simultaneously open the special reset event. This is like the class book stuff. You have to reset your books. Cool. Player system. I think this is what we have that already. No? In the musical system, adventurers can experience free playing, sheet music playing. Okay. Dude, there's daily missions for music. Oh man. No, like to 5 times per week. Limited once per day, 5 times per week. Oh, you have to play some Trackmania, guys, is what I think this sounds like. More talk about the music. You have season themes and gameplay. Dreams have caused changes in the plane, and wonderful echoes float around in the limited space. The Venture is in combat mode. The reverberation will slowly increase, and the growth rate will increase when challenging the boss. Growth rate. Is this like the affix? Maybe. Killing monsters and triggering special events will also go after sound. Master mode, there will be an additional way to obtain echo after sound, which rotates weekly. Every once in a while, field notes will appear around the random players, and players can pull their movements. When monsters above elite level die in the no field, additional dropped particles will be added. Okay, these sound confusing because it's all translated from from Microsoft Edge. So I mean, we're not even in master mode yet. Master mode releases in 5 weeks, guys. So I know, boo, 5 weeks. But yeah, it's gonna take a little some time. Piglet may take the opportunity to sneak into the adventurous plane, knocking out of 2 notes to create chaotic beats. Holy, Henry's here? Henry never leaves us, guys. Some of you that have done the Slumber Dream, you guys seen him already. You've seen where he went in the afterlife, back into the Slumber Dream. With Echo is full, it will provide all adventurers with the buff effect of the exciting movement and strengthen the combat attribute. Yeah, so it is a affix, okay. In Master Mode, adventurers can actively consume Echo to turn on the sound and trigger the buff in advance, but it will strengthen the surrounding monsters affected by the Seed of Illusion reward additional points after killing. Hey Keelos, hey Cream, morning. Oh, so it seems like you have more control over how to proc your affix. Because, you know, I mean, you had some control in dungeons. It gave you like the pink crystals, but it wasn't really that. There was still not a lot of full control over it, but here it sounds like you can pop it when you feel like it. Then you could pop it during like huge packs of mobs to get additional points to clear room or to clear the mobbing phase faster. That's what I got from this. Ember Season adventurers can fight illusions more calmly and gradually tear apart the boundary between them. Okay. Her delusion power is lower than that of the enemy. Damage you deal and heal will decrease. Oh, delusion power is just illusion strength, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same. Increases damage dealt to wild monsters in past seasons by 100%. The damage dealt to presents. Okay. Oh, what's this? Advanced attributes. In the game, advanced attributes are important elements that affect the combat experience. In order to allow each profession school to take shape faster, we will appropriately increase the values of these attributes in each season to ensure everyone can smoothly achieve the output cycle and combat expectations. However, we also does if advanced attributes could expand, it may cause some attributes to lose their pursuit value. People talk career development directions will converge. And, with the arrival of the season 3, the percent of fixed value conversion of these stats will be reduced to a certain extent as the new season enters. Adventurers can obtain and reforge new equipment. I mean, didn't really tell us much. It pretty much just is pretty much just like, hey, this is the exact same as season 2, where we'll reduce the amount that you get from these, but then increase whatever your gear has, or the upcoming gear has, you know. Nothing changed there. We still have those 8 major nodes. remains unchanged for the most part, but the internal structure of each major node has been adjusted. The inspiration factor for each class in Season 2 has also ushered in a new change. All inspiration factors have been adjusted to some values while retaining the original effect. Point is that on top of this, effect has been added for amounts of delusion and breaking energy can be obtained at times. With delusion energy, this is about to introduce a new real factor. The true factor defines different trigger conditions that activate a new effect whenever a certain amount of delusion energy is accumulated. Okay, in short, on the basis, it has a added custom strategy for energy accumulation and consumption, bringing a richer development experience to adventurers. Okay. "24-hour maintenance." Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Maple? I was like Maple. This one's only like 7 hours. In 3 pass. Exclusive content. Seasonal elite shop. In exchange for seasonal resonance marks for development item, it can be obtained through extreme space, seed ruins, boss loot chests, or participating island activities. All to 200. Okay. Cross-season explanation. We're gonna drop the difficulty of all the Season 1 and Season 2 raids. Hey, Dreaded Ronin. The 20% team of Season 1 and 2 will integrate normal difficult nightmares into one difficulty only for these 2 difficulties. And the weekly tasks and rewards of each difficulty will be unified into the boss rewards, and the Star Core maintains the rule of dropping 1-1-2 bosses per raid 1, 2, and 3. Players can go to battle alone. Ooh, you can go to battle alone, guys. Woo! That's cool. Instability no longer drops floating gold or gold boxes in Season 3, but still drops the Mistborn chest. At the same time, it'll follow the opening time of the Season 3 group book to drop gold and illusion gold. Okay. Level 220 content. Hey Bank, good morning. I mean, it's kind of following the same, or not kind of, it is following the same format as Season 2. On release, you get 1 dungeon. 2 days later, you get the 2nd dungeon, and then afterwards, it branches off into every 3 days. You'll get a new dungeon. And at April 2nd, that's when the break period happens. You kind of just wait until Master 1 content. Pretty self-explanatory, guys. You guys all know that. Know the flow of it. You guys experience Season 2. It's pretty much the same flow as Season 2. So right now we're on week 1. And then Monday will be week 2. And then week 3 we will get this. And then afterwards, for the next week and a half, we'll have no content for the next week and a half. So Master 1 content. There is a small probability that you'll get the season dungeon appearance of the corresponding dungeon when clearing the extreme space of any difficulty. So the embers, okay, dream dust. I mean, pretty much the same as it was in Season 2. Nothing really changed. Check out these outfits later. There's a possibility of Piglet in the limited space after defeating and completing the dungeon. You'll get the Holy, we love Henry the Bane Lord. Hey Melf. A certain amount of team boss of this Ember season is Skeleton Rebellion and Calamity, which will be strengthened in stages as the season progresses. So pretty much this is the raid boss. Pretty much they're saying it's going to be the same format as season 2. This season, the team challenge will also add combo mode after the team boss challenge of all stages is open. Adventurers can choose to enter the combo mode and challenge all the bosses all at once. Yeah, it's like a gauntlet mode. Seems like it'll be somewhat hard because you need to because it's only a one-time like reward. I hope it's not like a DPS check. I mean, it probably will be. Melf, thank you for the prime. Appreciated. The maintenance on March 19th. The ruins of this demon will usher in a new journey of season 3, and the relevant iterations are as followed. Okay, they'll be changed. It'll only open the first 20 floors, and then opens every 10. So it's pretty much the same process for vaults. New map caves open. Okay. Forest of Sunset, we get that. And then we get this later on at day 19. Echo of the Embers, or sorry, Fallen Corridor, that's what it is. This is the season. And then day 40, we get Bottom of Darkness. Cool. And then here's all the new freaking battle fantasies that we have already seen in the leaks. I want to ask what the most resources and materials to save up for season 2 will be. Just save module box, or like you don't have to save module box, just use them. Unless you're gonna cap out on modules, there's no point in saving those. But modules are going to be useful. Season 1 and Season 2 boxes, I mean, everyone has like infinite amount of those, it doesn't really matter. Bound Rose Orbs, I mean, you can just save Bound Rose Orbs if you want. So you can make these... Oh, sorry. So you can make these really cheap for you to buy. But some might be really strong, we don't really know yet. The Chinese haven't really tested it that well yet. The added item season 1 and season 3 premium materials and advanced materials, which mixes okay. And that's pretty much what we have right now, season 1, season 2 premium boxes. Once the perfection of equipment reaches the upper limit, it will not be possible to continue recasting. Okay, so this is just the new system that allows you to change the advanced attribute on it once it's at max using a material, if I recall correctly. And then you can change the purple line by using a specific item. I'm not sure what the item is. I don't even know how you get it yet. Pray that it's not pay to win. The armor parts can be selected as maximum health, physical defense, and all elements will resist as optional entries. Each armor part has its own optional entry. Wait, holy, wait, instead of getting just like main stat, instead of just getting main stat, we can have... We can choose a selection of these. So we can, in the event that you don't want, like, let's say int percent, you can take attack speed. Or if you don't want int percent, you can go like movement speed, if for some odd reason, if you want movement speed. But I think because they're adding leaderboards, guys, I think you want one shoes for movement speed, and then you want to swap shoes for bossing. I think that's what it's looking like. If you're the little like speed run tip, make sure you have 2 shoe sets, one for mobbing for movement speed, and then one for bossing. The attack speed, I mean, I guess it varies between classes which one's better, attack speed or main stat. You kind of have to test that yourself. Usually I think main stat would probably be better, but who knows. Let's see, I didn't even read these ones yet. Left ring, okay, so the bracelets, healing, strength, not good, not really that important. Physical attack, magic, attack speed, breaking, or like what was it? Resilience break, casting speed, and damage bonus to the boss can all be selected as optional items. List attack speed here as optional items for what? Everything? Red quality weapons and ocean weapons, Poseidon, I like how to translate to Poseidon, can also consume specific items to modify the rare attributes of the weapon. So yeah, even the free-to-play red weapon can change their rare attributes. Good morning, Yorbo. Leaderboard? So they're planning to add like a leaderboard for like clearing dungeons quick or something. I don't really remember how it works. Of course, it's just gonna be like whale though. It's just gonna be super whales at the top. It would be cool if there was like a equalization leaderboard, but don't think that'll happen in a Chinese game. The adventurers can select a unlock class in the personal attribute screen and select it as the target pickup class of the current challenge dungeon. So this one's a cool one, guys. So if you guys don't know what this is, so pretty much you can select what type of weapon or gear that you're getting from the dungeon. So let's say I'm playing Frost Mage Icicle and I want to get like strength gear for my Wind Knight. You can select from here, there will be another button down here that lets you select what gear is gonna drop in the dungeon. So it allows for you to actually build multiple specs much more easily without having to drop your main. So it's a pretty cool feature, I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna worry too much about the leaderboards, but then maybe I have to at some point. Some people pressure me, hey, your position sucks. I'll be like, oh, okay, I mean, I could probably do better, no problem. I'll probably have to do it at some point. Onto the selected when obtaining equipment. Okay, yeah, I already explained it. Ocean weapons that have broken through to 180 can be crafted 220 of the Ember Sky Distant Sea series of weapons. The Distant Sea series weapons function can select up to 4 entry effects. I wonder what they look like, because it's a new kind of or skin of weapon. Why does Max Ride not have number 1? Oh, it's true. Maybe I'm too busy making guides, guys, that I don't have time to play the freaking game. New instructor system. Active adventurers who meet the specific or specified conditions will become star instructors through instructor certification. And I don't know, something about that's funny. And Skydome instructors through season certification. Instructors can answer questions in the exclusive... Oh shoot, wait, no. I don't think I can do this one because it seems like I have to like actually talk in the channel. I don't think I have access to the channel. Let's see, cosmetic gacha update, cool. Oh, homestead at the bottom, guys, for all you homestead enjoyers. Woo! Crystal science, casting, cooking, alchemy. Number of specialization points has been increased to 248. Okay. Some specializations still need to be learned after a certain amount of time in season 3. Oh no, more time gates, guys. More time gates. So pretty much the level 1 version of what I'm guessing is it's the same freaking thing as season 2, where it's we'll have the level 1 life skills, and then like 19 days later we'll have the level 2 life skills, and then it maybe just stop there because again it only goes up to 248 points total, and where we're at 218 if I recall correctly. Yeah, 218, so it'll give us 30 more nodes to unlock. So I'm guessing that's with that little amount of extra specialization points, that means we're only gonna get like these things again. So we'll get these, cool. We'll get 10 of these, we'll get 1 of this, none of this, osteoporosis powder, we'll probably get 2 of these, so that's like 13, 14, and then like we'll get another 1 of these, so it'll be like 20s. You know the process already, guys. Hey Kirby, hey Rarest Gunner, good morning. This season has also launched a new round of career balance adjustments. Ensure the accuracy of the information. Please refer to the official announcement for specific adjustments. Okay, we'll look at that later. The module slot opens the 5th slot. Woo, you get 5 slots, guys. Woohoo! Optimize exchange purchase binding. Optimize the season development line factor. Decommission support filtering by season. Bunch of other fixes. That's pretty much it. I'll look at the career balance adjustments in just a little bit. Are you burning Wild Hunter? I don't know yet. Okay, let me look at some of these changes. I'll probably translate them a little bit of it at a time. I'll just pop the good old Google Translate on this. But yeah, how do you guys think about the notes? Honestly, I'm not really too excited. It's kind of the same process, or same like yeah, I guess it's just same process of releasing content. Nothing, they didn't like really change the formula. It's literally the exact same, guys. Like day 1 we get Depths of Decay. 2 days later we get Rock Serpent, which is pretty much like that Tina thing, I think, in season 3. And 3 days later we get this, and 3 days later, 3 days, and 3 days, and afterwards there's no content after Moonveil until like a week and a half later, where we get the Dream Blue Ruins and then Master 1 content, which is pretty much the exact same as it is in season 3. So it's like pretty much the same format, which is that's very questionable, because a lot of people had a lot of people didn't like that that we have to wait until like the next set for, you know, your class to actually be really good. Like, you know what I'm talking about, guys, right? Like, you know, when we get the raid set at like level 140 gear, that's when the game starts getting pretty fun for some classes. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the same thing. We have 3 freaking gear tiers. We have what seems to be level 220 gear that's going to be out for 5 weeks. And after 5 weeks, we get Master 1 content with the level 240. And then I'm guessing it's going to be like 6 or 7 weeks with level 240 gear until we get to 260 gear. And then it's just going to be like, I don't know, 10-ish weeks, and then Season 4, I would imagine. Oh my goodness, I keep saying freaking 6-7, man. I don't mean to, man. I mean, it's literally 6 or 7 weeks, guys. No class-specific changes, we're getting to that. And then what are we gonna have in between, though? The thing is, like, before we read these, the thing is, I don't think they changed the gameplay loop after you farm gear. I think it's gonna be the same, where you just AFK farm, which is very... I mean, we don't know for sure yet, but it's like very high chance it's gonna be just AFK farming simulator. If it is, that's gonna really suck. Gonna really suck. But we'll get to that later, guys. We'll get to that whenever we get to Season 3 and react to it. Right now it's just speculation, but it's, I mean, again, it's really high chance it's gonna be the case. I don't know who greenlight all these, but it is what it is, I guess, for now. Let's see. We'll look at some of these changes. We'll try our best to read through them. Google Translate obviously is not the best source. Have a good stream. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by, Cream. Let's see. Great. We have the Heavy Guardian first. So the coefficient for converting strength into physical power has been increased. So every 1 point of strength on Heavy Guardian provides, instead of 0.6, 0.68 points of attack power. So you guys get like about a 13% increase of attack power. Cool, right? Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, same thing with Aegis Fighter, it looks like. Yeah, you guys also get it. But not 6. Oh my freaking goodness. Let's see. We have Wind Knight. Heavy equipment style. Which one's heavy equipment? Is that Vanguard? It is? Okay, mastery effect adjusted to each 1% mastery provides from a 0.72% to a 0.35%? A Nemo bonus? Wait, what is a Nemo? Is that wind? New mastery effect has been added also. Each 1% of mastery increases the aforementioned amino bonus by a certain percent. Wind bonus, okay. One percent increases the aforementioned bonus by a certain percentage. I don't know if that's a buff or not. Increased by 3%. Oh, increased one by 3%. Oh, these Google translations, man. Fix the issue where the talent strong attack did not correctly apply the cooldown reduction up to the enhanced ultimate skill. Cool. Sorry, guys. Let's see. We have Stormblade. Run through ChatGPT. It's fine. Or actually, no, let's do that. No, wait, these are image, or actually, no. I guess I can. Yeah, let's just run everything through ChatGPT. Let's pray right now that it'll be okay. Translate the following to English. Do it on Grok. Okay, let's use this instead. Let's see how ChatGPT handles it. There's Nitora. He's probably getting a question every like 2 seconds. Every 1% mastery increases the conversion rate of the win bonus by 3%. Fix the issue where the talent assault did not correctly reduce the cooldown to enhance ultimate skill. Alright. Let's see, we got Iaido build. So these ones we kind of already know for Iaido. So Iaido slash cooldown is reduced. So this is gonna help a lot for people with high ping. I always mention that this class shouldn't be really even played without having decent to low ping. So with this change, it'll allow you to actually perform pretty much just as well as someone that has high ping or low ping. So pretty cool. It's not like you're gonna spam Iaido slash 24/7 because you need to still build vacuum slash stacks, and you can only do that by spamming flash strike. So yeah, it's not gonna really change your rotation. Talent, Iaido mastery enhanced when crit rate exceeds 60%. Each 1% above that grants 0.88% crit damage. The skills that consume thunder marks, so that's pretty nice. Really high. Mastery effect enhance. 1% mastery increases damage of thunder mark consuming skills by, and then it's another increase. So like nearly 20% increase from its normal value. So from these changes, guys, it seems like they're moving, because when we had the balance patch changes for Iaido slash, a good amount of the damage went over to your ultimate, but now they're trying to shift the damage over again to your like regular skills that consume thunder sigils. So it might change how the thresholds look like because of these small changes. Let's see, Moonstrike, fix issue where the Moonblades had its lucky hit and crit chance calculated twice. Talent, Thunder Flash, every 2 lightning strikes reduces the remaining cooldown of Shadow Flash by, instead of 0.5, it's 0.7 seconds. Pretty cool. Pretty cool buff there. Let's see, Sharpshooter, we have the Wolf Bow build. After casting Raging Tide Shot, the duration that light energy decays pause is extended until the next special attack is used. Is that good? God, is this real? I don't know. I don't play Wild Pack, so I don't really know how impactful this change for this skill might be. We'll see later. Hey, but Wildpack, but it is the beginning of a season, so they might actually be really strong. The mastery effect adjusted. Every 1% mastery provides 1% frost energy gain efficiency, and the decrease of ice element bonus. What? Oh wait, never mind. It's complemented with this one. It's not nerfed, guys. New mastery bonus. Every 1% mastery increases conversion rate of the above ice bonus by 3%. Okay. This is for Frostbeam. So, are they locking you guys into actually building mastery? Like a lot of mastery? Because it seems like if you don't build a lot of mastery, then you don't really get a lot out of it. Yeah, a lot of mastery changes. Yeah, I think it's because of it's been hinted that they're going to change these based off of the interview. How they're saying how crit and luck advanced attributes are really strong, much more stronger than all the other advanced attributes. So this might be how they change it slightly. Who knows? Talent, title, mastery, added effect, casting Frostbeam now allows casting Water Vortex. Bro, soon enough you're gonna be able to cast every freaking skill while you're pressing your beam. You're gonna be able to cast your ult somehow. I mean, at this point, just let the floating things around you, the frost cores, just let them cast Frostbeam. It's like a toggleable effect. It just starts shooting beams, and then you just start moving around your character. That would be cooler, wouldn't it be, guys? The freaking 2 frost crystals on the sides, they like fire beams, and you're just able to control your character the entire time. Is how Gundam? Yeah. I'm bringing the beam build back, guys. Let's see, rapid ice arrows. Effect removed during ice infusion or permafrost. Lucky hit final damage minus 50%. Oh, this is removed. Okay. Piercing ice arrows. Ice arrows from the frost cores now always crit instead of plus 50% chance. Okay, so slight buff there. Nice. Give your Falcon a gun. Your Falcon has like a mini bow. Hello, Happy. Good morning. Let's see. Forest Whisper, that's the Oracle. So Smite, for better combat performance, damage to healing effects within 0.2 seconds are now merged into a single display. Okay, Talent, Symbiotic Breath, add effect. Symbiotic Mark grants additional 2% max HP for 5 seconds. Oh, for the Life Wave users. Yeah, this is only for the Life Wave users. So Smite gets pretty much gets the ability that you guys have in season 2, if I recall correctly. Lifeline, I don't know if Lifeline gets anything at the start. But Smite allows for, you know, everyone that uses Life Wave, which is like pretty much almost every class these days. It allows them to have 100% uptime. That's pretty much the reason of this change. And then we have Beat Performer. Damage to healing effects within 0.2 seconds are now merged into a single display. Yeah, this is so that there's not a lot, no more clutter on your screen, showing like all the numbers. Skill, Ascension, Explosive Performance, Shield value change from a certain percent of own attack to a certain percent of the target's max HP. Okay. Raging Melody. That's Disso. Oh, we got some Disso changes, guys. Wow, look at all these Disso changes. Probably got the most changes out of any spec so far. Flame Rhapsody. Okay, so this one we don't really know what's gonna happen here, by the way. So you guys know with Rhapsody of Flames, you place down a lot of sigils on the floor. Now you only place one, but then the damage has been massively increased. Yeah, look at all this damage increases. This is increased by 7 times the amount. I don't know if we don't know yet if this is really a buff or a nerf yet. I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I mean, they just buffed both of these by 7 times the normal amount, which is kind of crazy. Talent, unyielding harmony, when heroic melody, or is it melody or movement or whatever, grants toughness chords. Each stack increases max HP by 0.5. Okay, so this talent just allows you to maintain life wave for the party. Fix the issue where heroic movement did not have its derived fierce strike affected by haste. Okay, so these are just bug fixes. Fix the issue where recasting heroic movement reset related timers. Oh wait, this is the skill. Wait, does that mean that you get that it doesn't proc the effect multiple times, like you know, spamming Flame Rhapsody like several times after using one of these heroic thingies charges? Skill, Ascension, Infinite. Okay, this is the ult. For performance optimization, the talent effect notes is adjusted. Oh wait, are we finally gonna take notes, guys? Over 10 seconds, heals the target for a total of 35%. Okay, I don't think we're taking notes still. No notes. I could be wrong though. Fix the issue where Flame Rhythm Stomp healed the caster instead of the lowest HP ally. Talent, when dealing damage, provides a one-time heal to lowest HP ally equal to, and then the formula here. Cool, I guess. More excited, you know, to see how these ones at the top will affect your damage. Everything else is just like affects healing, I guess. Let's see, Concerto. Skill, Surging Quintet. Added effect when healing, grants an additional 0.5% max HP for 5 seconds. Okay, so this is just helps the HP increase, or the healing from Concerto. Concerto buff was a lie. We don't know yet where that buff came from. That buff that was shown in the leaks. I did change that recently to like we don't know where that came from. And finally, Fantasia Impact Multiplier adjusted from 1250 to 1375, and it can no longer crit. I don't know if I like that one. 6-7 was a dead giveaway, but then the Chinese don't. They're not really. They're not. They don't really have that meme in their region, but yeah, it kind of looked weird. Who knows? Maybe it'll be shadow buff, man. We don't know yet. Fantasia Impact crit? Yes, it crits. It used to, like, Fantasia Impact is a huge amount of your damage. This thing did a good amount. I don't know about no longer critting. Do the instruments come out instantly? It seems like it's gonna come out instantly. I thought it does luck. Guys, there's literally a Fantasia impact node that says it can no longer crit. Did you guys not know it can crit? Where's it at? Is it here? Where was here? Oh no, wait, no, I'm thinking about, oh, shoot, man, I'm dumb. I'm thinking about the freaking the arrows. Sorry about that. But yeah, it does crit. I think about the arrows? What do I think about now? Am I going crazy? Isn't there something here? Can no longer deal crit damage. Oh yeah, I was thinking about this one. But yeah, this one definitely does crit. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was this one right here. This one we're not sure where it came from. But then I did try to correct that like several days ago. That we don't really know. I mean, that's what happens when we look at leaks. Just saying. Fantasia is safe. I don't know. We don't know yet. Well, the thing is, we don't know how the nodes have changed in each tree. I mean, we have the 8 trees still, but then they've been changed slightly for each of them. So we don't really know yet. Will most classes stay on 6-piece? We don't really know yet. That's too early to tell. Maybe like 3 months too early. Anything about Moonstrike? Yeah, there was like 2 changes on Moonstrike. Being on 160 gear? Oh, 160 gear, it should stay just the same. So like if Frostbeam uses 4 set, then you just use 4 set. Ice Skull uses 6 set, then you just use 6 set. If Flodzilla. Yep. No problem. We got this change, right? Yeah, this one was a more recent change. This used to be like 36,000 or something like that. Just really high, absurd amount of reputation. Now it's only 12k. And now we get to gold to gold. Wow, we're at gold, guys. Whoa. Maybe I wanted to stay at purple, actually. Maybe I didn't want to be purple. Missing silver trophies, it's fine. It's not like the emblem color matters, but I mean, maybe you like the icon. Cool. Guys, talk about cosmetics. Guys, they changed my freaking legging color on this. It used to be like a really dark legging color. Now it's freaking bright. No matter what color I use. It's very unfortunate. Damned. It goes well, does it? I don't think so. Looks like I washed my leggings wrong. Over here just rips and tears. It's not like matching anymore. Oh, we have a few hours, guys. Oh wait, they changed the music here? Oh, I didn't know they changed the music. Guys, I've been playing this game on mute this entire time. Oh, they did give the freaking music, the music change. Yeah, and the store too. Like how it says at the top, please enjoy in moderation and make purchases rationally. I'm not sure if it was there the entire time, but like, if it wasn't, it's funny. Telling us to enjoy in moderation in a Chinese game? I don't think so. Oh yeah, you can buy these boxes infinitely if you want. Guys, I'm about to be homos in BPSR in a few days. Whoever invites me, I will have like 2,000 homestead coin pouches. Just let me know. Just let me know what you want me to build. What are the changes? Just look back at the stream for that. I go over it all in ChatGPT. I don't want to open up ChatGPT again. Open up the notes. There was like just 2 changes. I don't think it was that big, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet. There's just 2 buffs. Six, 7 barrel homestead. True. Maybe we take a sneak peek at Yorbo's place. Maybe it's gonna have like a third or a fourth, 6, 7. I opened my module chest. I haven't opened up a module chest since like the start of season 2, so probably not. Yeah, all tanks got a 0.6 to 0.68% increase of AP per point of strength. What are you holding them for? I know my RNG in games, it's like I win big time whenever I just wait several months and just hoard materials. Not like I need the modules anyways right now. I mean, the chances of getting something is extremely low from where I'm at right now, which is 6-6. I'm already, when season 3 happens, I'll be at 6-6-6. So 6 damage stack, 6 life wave, and 6 attack speed. I already kind of mathed it all out with the modules I have. So yeah, I'll just wait. Yeah, what if I could be 6, 6, 6, 6, and then it somehow turns into a 7? Are you? Oh shoot! No, I was in your home. What? I would never. No. I was thinking what homestead to join, guys, because I'm leaving the old homestead I was currently in, and then I said that whoever gets me in, I'll probably buy like 2,000 homestead pouches. So anyone that wants to get me in, like I'll be kind of loaded with some homestead coins for a little bit. Spicy's homestead? Do I want to? I will. Fine. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, are you even online right now? No, you're not. Oh, shoot. Everyone's working, man. Everyone's old here, working. Old and working. Oh, shoot. It's closed. It's not even yours? Wait, what? Did I click on the wrong person? Wait, this is you. What? Oh wait, that's not even. Oh no, that's not your house. Oh, you're not the owner. Oh, okay. See, no problem, man. Giving free food. I do give free food, or I do get free food. Well, I mean it's not free food, is it? I mean I have to actually like remember what I said, man. I was like I'm gonna buy like 2,000 homestead pouches. You want to do 3+2, by the way? Maybe not. Everyone's working probably. Ooh. Oh, you'll join? Ah, shoot. Every time. Every time. Accidentally made 1,000. I almost said 2,000. 1,000 potions. Why did you make 1,000? I mean, surely you have like a bunch of level 3 potions. Do I not remember how to pronounce your name? Oh shoot. Do I have you added? Oh. Capitalized N. It's an ocean heavy guardian a long time. Will I stream season 3? Yeah, I'll stream season 3. We have to go pretty soon though, guys, but like pretty soon being like not like within the next hour. Hey UP, good morning. Today it's in like 12 hours. Yeah, we'll probably take a pause because you know I still need to do some Maple last minute stuff there, and then if we do a successful Mahjong small tutorial here, then I also have to do that too. And then take a nap because we're gonna be up overnight. So yeah, we have quite a bit to do. Maple, yeah. I started to play old MMOs to see why they're doing way better than a lot of these modern MMOs. Because the fall of many modern MMOs have got me wondering why these like juggernauts are still up. And you know, you although you can just hear from people's experiences and perspective, it's better to just have your own perspective, right? To see why exactly they're doing way better. And that's what I've been doing on the side. So I have like RuneScape too, but that's more phone. Do you ever do 3650? No, there was like so much happening night for it, I just decided not to do it. Not like I'm missing anything. I'm not really a fan of the rabbit. It was like every day I had to do something. So I was just too swamped. Too swamped this whole week. I was good. I don't want to spend like several hours doing, or like 2 or 3 hours doing the 3650. If it 14, we'll play at some point. Ah, shoot. I thought that he was just gonna be the robo. Okay. I play Maple Classic. Yeah, sure. It's like, I mean, any MMO that releases is always nice to play for a little bit. The end, Bidoof runs 6 raids or 4? None. I decided I'm never getting my ocean weapon, and I decided that I don't really need the gear right now. But usually the Chinese, they run like all nightmare mode for both season 1 and 2. And who cares about like, you know, normal and hard mode for season 2? Nobody does those. Let's say you want to see a revive of Viado. That'd be cool. Finally get Viado on top of for once. I'll be honest, guys. I don't think Viado was at top for a global at all at any point. It was just because we didn't really know too much about Moonstrike, because the Chinese didn't really test it out that much, because we got the buff changes for Moonstrike really late. And that was like around the time you guys released the servers. Like I was monitoring your guys' damage in global for Moonstrike, and holy, is Moonstrike really strong. Even in season 1, it was freaking strong as heck. I don't think Yeto was actually really on top But it was much closer though, in terms of damage in season 1. Season 2, now it's just have fallen off. Alright, GG's Danny, thank you. The mastery thing is not ice bonus. Because that's soft cap. Watch it somehow gimps the spec even more. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that Bakura messing up and gimping the spec even harder this season. Oh, I forgot to log in one day. Oops. All good. Ooh, pepper rib strips. I just want something fun with a good social community. Play BPSR. It has a good social community, but I'm not sure the fun part. That one might vary. Yeah, the game is pretty social when you talk to all the line 1 RPers. It's like PSO. Mortar, hard, salt, leather. No, mortar, hard, salt. Oh shoot, wait, is it refined or hard leather? Refined, okay, refined. Salt. And mortar. Gathering still halfway. Even line 1 isn't actually not all that. I'm not really a line 1 enjoyer, so I wouldn't know. I just know that line 1 is where you get the most social activity. And then it's like kind of up to the guilds. Like the guilds have so much responsibility to upkeep the social aspect. You don't want fertilizer? That's fair. Normally I just do them because I think they give the most homestead coins, correct me if I'm wrong. They give the most something. I think I'll buy some of these. I need to buy like 3 of these. Oh yeah, max keys are 6 and there's only 5 lives. They didn't think about that. They didn't think you use all your keys on one boss. What? This is a repeat? Complete Eddie Starland time event, but there's no Starland yet? I guess I do some field bosses. Kingpin line 10. I mean, that just sounds like a bug, Dekus. Maybe report that. Maybe there's not enough cross beams anymore to report that. They don't have a voice anymore. Their voice is really silent or really quiet. Did they change the alt? Look at the alt icon. It's like a little smaller. You can see the outlines around it, the darkish outlines. I think they did that for every skill. Is there anything in Season 3 that will help us craft Season 1 imagines? Nope. They freaking hate us, man. They hate us. There's the difficulty of making the imagines is still the same difficulty, it seems like. Unless they're trying to hide that they buffed it, who knows? But normally, like those kinds of major changes, they would at least communicate, or they should communicate those. Feature tab? Yeah. I do like the change on this one. This one looks pretty nice. Much more clean. Bro, I think it's a Twax angle. This is a new class, of course it's gonna be really broken. Killed this. I don't know what they want the beam to be yet. Someone's like, hi, is there any guild who plays this game in German? There are definitely a lot of German folk here, for sure. You have all the like damage of people just hitting dummy for 3 minutes. I mean, I've seen that too, Nayatora, but like, I'm not gonna trust that. It's too early, and it's just dummy parse. Who cares about dummy parse? I mean, it gives a good idea, but then not an accurate idea at all. Or it's not like 100% accurate. I think it's just way too early to tell, guys. I don't think the people who did those tests had accurate results. Holy, I like the channel here, guys. It's so not laggy, so I can proc all my effects. Things dying so fast. Wolf fight? I'm not sure what that one is. Deals more damage to low health targets, does it? Did they cheese it? I wouldn't doubt if they cheese it. I remember there was some weird parses back in season 2 of Chinese players, and they had like I think it was I forgot which node it was. Maybe it was in Mirage Dream, where it does more, you deal more damage to low HP targets. Bro, I got baited. Guys, I got baited by the Chinese. I recommend Mirage Dream for a lot of cases for like Iaido, but then now I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, in a target dummy scenario, that's nice, right? But like in a actual fighting environment where you really can't upkeep Mirage Dream, it's kind of rough. But yeah, I really don't trust these Chinese parses, man. A lot of these are just kind of troll. Or they play the class, they think they know how to play the class because they want to like get the parses out there. But yeah, it's not really that accurate. I'll just wait a little bit. Or they're using one freaking advanced attribute for like multiple types of builds. I don't know, man. I don't want to deal with it. I remember another case where they tested Moonstrike, and then there was like this video back in January where they said that crit Moonstrike isn't that good, but then they didn't really change up their advanced attribute build. They just freaking had high luck and high haste, and not build around freaking crit. And they're like, oh yeah, Muku Chief with roll is not that good, guys, because I tested it with these advanced attributes. Like, yeah, I don't really freaking trust a lot of the Chinese. I'm okay, man. I'll wait. I'll wait until the season progresses when it's more likely that the results are a little bit more accurate. I know it's not going to be 100% accurate. I can't really trust it completely, but you know, the probability of it being better is to be more perfect is higher. HO modules, it's just life wave and damage stack 6, both at 6. Everything else is kind of whatever on it. Meow, but in German. I don't think. Never mind. Maybe I should make my presence in world chat while I'm waiting for my permafrost to come back. I don't know, they're fighting the German Goblin Chief. Roll 27. Kick out to me. You just got a cabbage, Will? Wow. Guys, I'm really bad at converting time. Season 3 launches in 11 hours, right? Or 10.5 hours? I think it's 10.5 hours. I know it's at 11 for you for China, but what does that convert for us? That should be at 8 p.m. PST, right? Oh god, wait, we don't have a healer. Oh, I'm dead. Bye, team. Goodbye, team. I'm dead. Yep, I had a heart attack. It did the counter, no one countered, and then I knew what was coming up next. Bye, Mr. Streamer. Bye, Mr. Simali. Guys, I think my internet's actually fixed, like, for real this time, by the way. Did you read the patch notes correctly? Yeah, you did. Or do you understand it correctly? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so hopefully this was actually the fix that I needed. So I had a senior technician come in this time, not a regular technician, guys. I had a senior technician come by yesterday to check out the internet. Then he ran like some tests that the regular technician didn't do. And then he was here for like about an hour and a half, and then he said that it had something to do with like a rogue router. I'm not really sure how I didn't really think too much about it because right now all I'm focused on is this gonna fix my freaking internet, man? But something about like a rogue router being enabled in like a street nearby. So I'm not sure if that's like, I'm not sure if he means like someone is using the internet that's consuming the upload speed. I think that's somewhere along that lines is what he's saying. But I didn't really like ask any further. I just wondered if it's gonna fix the internet. And it seems like it did. But if it was someone that was using like nearby people's internet, then I wonder how long he's been doing that. Because I've had kind of some issues every now and then since November, but I mean it didn't really last for too long. But yeah, for the past 3 weeks it's been lasting for a really long time, like no matter what time of day, it's like usually just down. But yeah, whoever, if there was someone that was illegally using the internet around people or around the area. Surely it'll be okay for the next several months or just forever, honestly. Dealing with these issues suck, guys. Like, we're over here having a good convo. I think we are talking about like pay to win a few days ago. Then like I had to stop talking like for like 5 minutes because my freaking internet was dying. But yeah, it looks like it's fine for now. Wait, who dropped Brigand Leader and Tina? What the heck? Is that Danny? I think it was Danny. And the message. Hey, good morning, Papito. Is there a link to the patch notes? Oh, Cosmate sent it already. I was like just rereading, making sure everyone had their comments or questions answered. Did I eat? Yeah. I normally eat before I stream. Try my best not to, like, as much as possible I want to avoid eating mid-stream. We're not gonna stream, like, all the way until Season 3. I will take, like, a small pause. We still need to get the Mahjong video out. I'm gonna try to do it on stream. Hopefully it won't be too, like, all over the place. Hopefully we can, like, have a pretty good or decent, like, intro to the Mahjong. For those that don't know, I made a Mahjong guide on Max Roll. I think it's okay. It doesn't really tell you, like, what, like, strategies that you should be doing. More like, you know, these are the things that you need to look out for. These are the systems, these are the, like, the certain status conditions like Furi 10 and Furi 10 that you have to, shoot, I don't even know how to pronounce it none. I'll pronounce some of these freaking names wrong, I swear. You couldn't understand much? Have you played Mahjong before? Because I think from what I've seen, because I have knowledge of Mahjong now, I kind of know how it works. It's pretty much just poker, but like poker plus. Bro, that I remember Sarah was calling me out in general chat. He was like, the guy who didn't make, who doesn't know how to play Mahjong is make a Mahjong guide. Bro, we went to Mahjong Seoul. Bro, I won 2 times, man. All luck though, definitely. Mahjong the easy once you know the basics? Yeah. It's easy, but you have like not everyone learns at the same speed, of course. That's like, you know, some people, some of these things will just click instantly, while others, like me, like maybe it'll take like maybe additional like 1 or 2 days of just repetition until you know it just finally clicks. I'm like, oh okay, so now I have to so I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Like, you know, obviously because we're still like new, we're not gonna make like the most perfect plays every freaking time or most of the time, but then like I still know enough to where I know how to properly like explain things in Mahjong. But in terms of like, you know, knowing how to make your hand stronger, what tiles have less value than other tiles in your current hand, I mean that one not really that's not explained at all in the Mahjong guide. But then like those are like, you know, things that you learn down the road as you know, get more familiar with Mahjong. Of an EST? Okay, so that's 8 p.m. PST. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Hope server won't be toast. Oh, it's 100% gonna be toast. Holy 10 cast focus. Woo! Nice. Thank you, team. Oh, so you stopped for a little bit because invite. Thank you. Thank you, team. I'll invite you too. BIN. I think we're just gonna go in order here, going up. Go to channel 18. Everyone's here. Who's killing these? Who's killing the odd numbers? There's no way this guy has aggro of it. Oh my goodness. What? Guys, who's killing these? I'll just start doing season 1 elite bosses, so I can just get them done instantly. Oh yeah, they did increase the amount of lines for the planes, didn't they? They did it, they went up to like 50 lines now. I wonder how many people complain about that. The best character? I am the best character in season 3. Are you done? I think so. He's done yet. They're done. Any thought? I hope we survive until season 4. I'm more excited for season 4 right now, but then guys, we have to go through the desert that is season 3. We have to survive. Have you seen the test server DPS tier list? I have, but I don't really trust it at this time. I think it's way too early to tell, and I don't think a lot of those are really accurate. Holy, ooh, Will. Do you need one more, Danny? Oh, he left. Okay, nice. We're done. Guys, we have to stay strong for season 3, okay? And if you guys do end up taking a break, make sure you come back for season 4, alright? Make sure to remember us. Remember the pillars of the community. God. Bad. Same the 3 premiums. I'll probably just wait until later to open them. I'm not gonna open them right now. Okay. I'm okay. Yeah, remember the Nexus.gg website, guys. Best one is Stormblade. Okay, guys. I'll probably record this without background music, alright? We'll record this without background music, and we'll just record it over here, inside the... whatever this place is called, the spinning rudder. Spinning rudder. They delayed the whale event? Yeah, I'm not sure why they did that. That's interesting. I think that's kind of strange that they did. There's gonna be notifications, aren't there? Let me get these. And then let me check my video recording. Set it at 25k is fine. 25k bitrate. Hopefully that doesn't destroy my PC. And then let me hide my monitor screen. Let me open up like a mahjong video of some sort near end of April, so probably May. Seen the Twin X showcase? No, not really. I haven't really seen too much. Yeah, again, guys, we'll probably like edit this with just some music, and then they'll make it easier for me, so I don't have to do a lot of edit work. All right, guys. So for those that don't know, shoot, I'm already screwing up, guys. For those that don't know, I did make a mahjong event quest guide. So pretty much, by the time this video releases, Global is gonna have the mahjong event. Woohoo! So I know mahjong is pretty intimidating. From what I've seen, people don't really play mahjong in global, which is understandable. We have like a bunch of other, you know, kinds of card games or like board games that normally we just play about or play like poker or like Monopoly, I don't know, etc. But then mahjong is pretty big in East Asia or like other parts of the world. Screw you, Nitor, I'm not playing. But yeah, so I know there's gonna be a lot of questions about, you know, is is there like do I have to play this every day? You there are event quests that you have to do, but besides that, there's not really too many rewards. They might add more rewards later on in Starland Island. I don't really know yet. We don't really know yet, but then I know that you guys will have the Fortune Bloom event, which has all of these quests, and then there's also the cumulative point quest where you pretty much just play the game. It's not too bad. Um, so let's kind of get into this. I know that a lot of you guys are gonna try to like look at guides that are because this is what I did when I was first learning. I pulled up like beginners guides on YouTube or like on other various websites. I'm gonna let you guys I'm gonna let you guys know right now that Mahjong is not the kind of game where you just learn in like 2 minutes. It's not the game that you learn in like 10 minutes or even 20 minutes. It takes a lot of repetition just actually playing the game. Um, overcoming your fear and actually just trying the game and then learning slowly. You're not going to learn everything. I mean, that's what the beginner guides out there, even this guide is there for. It's just to learn a little bit at a time. And then, when you feel more comfortable, then you can start learning, various other advanced techniques in Mahjong. But at the end of the day, Mahjong is still just a luck-based game with like strategy in the side. At a certain level, you'll just like you just have to pray that you have good RNG, and then like you have to play off of what you're given. Let's see. So to start, there's this many tiles. There's 34 different tiles in Mahjong, guys. Um, there's the bamboo, there's the circles, and then there's the characters, and it goes up to 1 to 9. And then between 1 to 9, you have the 1 and the 9, which are terminal tiles. Those are because some combinations of hands, of winning hands, involves the use of terminal tiles. More on that later. And then we have the honor tiles. So these are the dragon tiles, green, red, white. And then you have the wind tiles, east, south, west, and north. Infinite typewriter theorem. By the way, I'll delete some of these. If you auto for infinite amount of time, you will complete all quests. I mean, sort of true, but not quite true. The thing is with it only plays the tile that you draw. So it's not like something you're gonna really rely on. That's you're gonna take like 20 times longer to finish the quest than you would just playing the game. You can H auto or you can H Mahjong. You can, but guys, it's the exact same thing as Mahjong Soul. Like a lot of these elements, if you played Mahjong Soul, you'll realize that a lot of this is copy pasted from literally from Mahjong Soul. So you'll have these buttons right here, and one of the buttons lets you just throw the tile that you grab, that you get from the live wall, or what we would probably know as the draw pile. And that doesn't really help strengthen your tiles that you have. So you're kind of screwing yourself. It's going to be really, really hard to even complete these quests. I think 20 times longer is an understatement. It's going to take a really, really long time to finish if you are just autoing. Not worth it at all to auto. But yeah, so there's like event quests. They're not really that hard. Uh you have to win like the ones that you guys aren't familiar with. For those that are trying to get into Mahjong, there's one where it says win a hand with Ricci, and then there's one where it says win a hand that satisfies Tanyao. These two are really easy winning hands to satisfy, also called Yaku, which we'll get into later. And then and then there'll be another one that says here win a hand with 3 Han. I mean, again, all these we'll talk about in a little bit. So there's these tiles. Keep in mind that there's 136 different tiles, and each one has like 4 tiles each. And then this is what you guys are going to see at the very start. So that's pretty much what we've showed right here. So this is what it's going to typically look like at the beginning. So you'll have your seat directions. You'll have like 13 tiles here, then you'll temporarily have a 14th tile. That's when you like draw. And you can see here I'm highlighted. The one that's highlighted means that's east. That's the dealer. The dealer always goes first in every round, and then it's followed by south, west, and then north. The tiles, we have the 13 tiles and we have the 14 tile, right? And then we have the timer right here. That one's self-explanatory. The top button right here, it tells you all the available winning hands or Yaku. Don't really worry too much about that yet because you're still learning. That's going to be very overwhelming to remember each one. That's like learning all the formulas in math, guys. You're not going to really need to know that just yet. Just take a small, like, few of them at a time. Just learn a few of them at a time. And then, like, maybe after a week or two, you can try learning, more formulas or more winning hands or Yakus. I think that's the best way I can put it. Just don't overwhelm yourself too much. I mean, that's not only just including this, but just like learning everything in general here. It's going to be very, very overwhelming. These buttons, don't worry about. Just don't even press them, guys. Just act like they don't even exist. You're not gonna, as a new player, you're not gonna really need to touch these at all right? And then here, this is what's called the dead wall. These are the ones that are shown right here. The tiles that are face up, those are Dora indicators. This one you also don't have to worry about as like someone that's just barely stepping foot into the game. Maybe after like a couple days, maybe start worrying about it a little bit. But pretty much the easiest way I can describe the top left is that it pretty much gives you extra point value to your hand or Han. And then it depends on what the number after the indicator that's shown. That the tile that's indicated after this number gives more points if you win. So for example, it shows 2 of bamboo right now. That means 3 of bamboo is has more point value to it. And then to get more of these to show up, normally you have to build what's called a con, which is, or you have to call a con, which I'll explain later too. Uh, yeah, so this is pretty much the whole board. And then right now is just one round of here I'll just slowly play this round of mahjong here, and then just talk as it goes along. So this is the next round right here. Someone just called Ron, I believe. Okay, so yeah, the game will auto sort for you. So right now I have some characters, I have a bunch of random ones. So what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to win with a closed hand. So what that mean, trying to win with a closed hand while also getting rid of like all honor tiles and terminal tiles, if I recall correctly from this. Yeah. My goal is to just get a Tanyao and also a Ricci at the same time. Pretty much what you're going to be doing, because a lot of the event quests involve doing that. So when it's your turn, you draw from the live wall, and then you place you choose a tile to place or to discard into the discard wall right here. So let's say I select the south wind, I place it there, and then end my turn. I'm probably gonna get rid of one of the winds here. Yep, I get rid of the north wind. This keeps going counterclockwise. And again, the one that's grayed out is the dealer. So that's where you know that's always east. And then the next one is, south, west, north. So I am north. For my 9 of bamboo. Yeah, it's a little boring right now because pretty much everyone has a closed hand right now. But then you see right here, it says that my opponent just threw down a 9 circles. So I have the option to skip or call chi on that. Chi, you can only call, or you can do when you call, it's called a tile call. When you tile call, you open your hand. And what opening your hand does is it makes it so that you can't get specific closed hand winning hands, because there's winning hands that only involve closed hands, and there's other ones that have open hands. So I mean, like a lot of the time though, like if you can play it open, you can also play it closed hand too. But then you might be wondering, okay, so why would I even open my hand then? It's so that you can actually just play faster and build your hand faster. That's the whole point of that. or one of the main points is to build your hand faster. But then opening what you're again, besides that downside, it also like pretty much makes it harder to defend if you are open your hand. If you open your hand, then you have less tiles to play from your hand, which means that it's harder to defend yourself if, like, let's say if someone else needs a tile from you and you know which tile and you have an idea of which tile that they need to get from you. But the thing is, like, you don't like you usually have like a set amount of tiles that you think that your opponent needs. But then you see the problem is if you have less tiles in your hand, then that means that the likelihood of the tile that they need kind of increases, no? Because, like, maybe I'm not explaining it right, but like pretty much you have more options to choose a tile that they don't need when your hand is closed versus like if you open it, then the more tiles that are in your open hand right here, or like pretty much your whole hand is open, more tiles that you give up and just have it here, the more difficult it is to defend. And then there's 3 types of tile calls that pretty much open your hand. So there's chi, there's pawn, and then there's con. Chi you can only activate when you're calling on the opponent to your left. And it's only if it's a sequence, by the way. A sequence, because what I forgot to explain this part, but the way to win in Mahjong for most cases is to build 4 melds and 1 pair. What are 4 melds? Melds are like a 3 of a kind of some sort. Either it's like a triplet or like some kind of sequence. So a triplet is like 3 of the same numbers or tile characters, or like 3 of a sequence is like how do I explain this? It sees what I wrote was consecutive numerical tiles. So it would be like 5, 6, 7, or like 7, 8, 9. That's like what a sequence is. Honor tiles, you see like these honor tiles right here. So you have like white, you have red. These can't build sequences since they don't have a numerical value. They can build triplets though. You can build like 3 whites, you can build 3 reds, but you can't do that for a sequence. Like you can't build like white, green, red, etc., something like that. Yeah, so you have to build 4 of those with 1 pair too. So you can have like a pair of like 2 white dragon tiles, and then like everything else is something else. That one's fine. So yeah, that's pretty much our goal, is to make these. And there's some exceptions. I do write the exceptions right here, but don't worry about these. These are more like advanced things that you will most likely never encounter in the first like 100+ hours of you playing the game. These are much harder to build. Well, maybe not maybe not Toyetsu, but like uh you will most likely not have to know these for the sake of this video. So don't worry, all right? I know people want to build 13 Orphans. Everyone hears 13 Orphans because the name is just funny, but like, no, you're not going to build that, man. That thing is really, really hard to build. Okay, so now that you know that, I can talk about these right here. So Chi, if the opponent discards a tile, you can call Chi on that. Because I have because I want to build a closed hand, I can skip. So I skip that. Normally you're not, normally for like Richi, you're all the time actually. You're just gonna be skipping the entire time because you want your hand to be close. As long as you don't have any tiles that you called out, in most cases, right here, like anything right here, well, almost everything anyways, I'll get to that in a bit. Almost anything right here that you place down, that's there forever. And then that means that your hand is open. Again, open means that you lose the ability to access some winning hands, like for example Ricci. So I don't want to open my hand, so I say I want to skip it. And then there's pawn. Pawn is whenever there someone draws a tile and discards it, and then it completes a triplet. So let's say someone discards like the 8 of bamboo. Right now I have 2 8 of bamboos. If someone discards the 8 of bamboo, then I have the option to pawn. Um, and then by the way, if you pawn, it immediately becomes your turn. So let's say like the guy to my right uses 8 of bamboo or discards it, and then I pawn him. Then it skips this guy and this guy's turn and goes to my turn directly. And then also opens my hand, of course. So something to keep in mind. And then con does pretty much the same thing as pawn, where where it becomes your turn. So con, you can call that, and then it'll combine the tile that you called con on into a quad. And when you get a quad, you reveal another tile on the door on the dead wall, which is really nice. I mean, sometimes you don't want to call con because you feel like you're not going to win, right? Like if you feel like you're not going to win, then if you call con, then you might be helping your opponents, because that means that their tiles are getting more value, potentially getting more value. So there's some downsides of calling con. Um, there is something though called a close con. A close con is if you draw the 4th tile of the same tile. So let's say I have 3 8 of bamboos, right? And then I draw another one. It's now I have 4. So now I can call a close con, and then what I'll do is I'll put the form a quad, but it won't open my hand. That's the only tile call where it doesn't open your hand. So you could still qualify for Ricci and all the other Yaku that involves having your hand closed. And then it also reveals another tile. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, whenever you call con, you draw from the dead wall, because otherwise you wouldn't have 14 total tiles. So something to keep in mind. It's kind of hidden in the dead wall indicator right here, but you do draw 1 tile just so that you don't shrink in the number of tiles you have left. But yeah, for a lot of players, I would highly recommend just having your hand closed. I would just highly recommend having your hand closed for now, because if you call the wrong tiles, then then that could potentially put you at risk of having a weak hand, or a hand that can't even satisfy any Yakus. That like as a new player, you're gonna run into it pretty often, where if you keep doing tile calls on the wrong things, then you won't have a winning hand, and then you're just kind of stuck, and then you're just screwed for the rest of the round because you can't build a winning hand that satisfies anything. So until you feel like you know a little bit more about mahjong, I would just recommend just having your hand closed, and then maybe every so often have your, maybe if you know what you're doing a little bit more, then maybe call a little bit, but don't call too often, guys. You don't want to call like 3 or 4 times and then you have like a couple tiles left to work with, and then like you can't even build a winning hand because nothing works anymore. Yeah, just something to keep in mind. And then I do explain the common Yaku. These are kind of based on like stats on like what people achieve with their winning hand based on percentages. So Ricci is actually like, from what I've seen, more than 40% of all hands, of all winning hands, are Ricci's. And like Tanyao is like, I think more than 20% of hands are all Tanyao. These are all like really high percentage that you'll have as a winning hand in like higher even in like higher rank gameplay for Mahjong. These are quite normal. So the first one is Ricci. I mean, it's the name of the game. uh, therefore, I mean, it makes sense why it's really high for a win rate. So when you call Ricci, you do like the. Oh, I'll just keep playing this for now. But pretty much when you Ricci, you'll see like a gold black button that pops up, and then when you discard your next tile, it's sideways. So you like place it down like an anime character. And what that does is it let me get to that part. That oh right here. So now we're a little bit further into the run here. Um, so I didn't want to call Chi on that because obviously I'm trying to build a closed hand. So I draw the 6 of circles. This is what I need to set myself into Ricci. So I press the Ricci button, and then it makes it really easy to tell you which tile you need to discard to put you in Ricci. So I'll discard this one, and then hold on, that was really fast, but like you'll see something pop up in the middle of your screen here. So let me go back to this. So you see this? It says for me to win, I need the 4 of characters to complete my winning hand, or and then it shows at the bottom how many more are left in the round that are not in the, like the discard pile. So there's only one more left. So I need to draw or get this from someone else. By the way, if you get it from someone else, like let's say like this guy on my right discards the character 4, I can call what's known as Ron. It won't open your hand, but you pretty much take the tile and you win. If you don't take the tile, then you go into a status known as Furiten, which is something you don't want to be in. I'll explain that after the Kamanyaku, but it's to prevent you from like targeting specific people. So this one tells me how many tiles are left. I do have a screenshot actually. Hold on, I have a screenshot from a Mahjong Soul round. I mean, it's pretty much almost the same thing as this, pretty much. But then like depending on how you build your hand, like you can have some crazy amounts of tiles left, right? Like for example, I had this kind of combination left where I had like 5 different tiles that can complete my winning hand, and then they all have like a lot left over in the live wall. So stuff like that, if you know how to build your hand, then it becomes way easier to or like the odds of getting the correct tile increases a lot. So yeah, what happens here in Ricci is that I call Ricci, I place a point stick right here. You're gonna see my points went down. It went down by 1,000. So the point stick is 1,000. So you're pretty much betting 1,000. And then like if you lose, then you don't get your 1,000 points back. But if it's like a tie, like many, like oh, I haven't even explained what Tenpai is. Tenpai is pretty much whenever you're 1 tile away from winning. So if nobody wins and there's like multiple people at Tenpai, or only you're at Tenpai, then you do get some points back. So right now, everyone knows that I'm in Ricci. So people have the option to like play a little bit more safer if they want. Um, what I mean by playing safer is that you see what I have here on the discard pile of all these tiles, right? These are the tiles I can't call Ron on. So these are the opponents don't know what tile I need right now, but they do know what tiles I can't call Ron on. You can't call against an opponent if you have you discarded the tile that is how do I put this? So pretty much, let's say like I discarded the 8 of bamboos right here. I discarded the green. Discarded. I think this is west. The west seat. I discarded all these. So these I can't call Ron on. You can't call Ron on anything that's in your discard pile. So these are actually really safe tiles to actually play if you're like the opponent. So you have the choice to try playing these if you need to get rid of them, or because like it's only 14 tiles left in the live wall, you can try to just play defensively instead. And there's this button right here that lets you see how many cards. It's like a little reminder of how many tiles are left. But yeah, see at the very top, this guy discarded a west wind. He probably did that because he's trying to play safe here. He doesn't want to get run. And then like this dude just keeps taking all of those tiles. It's fine. But that's pretty much what Rishi is. And then you're pretty much waiting until you either draw the correct tile or your opponents discard the correct tile. At that point, you either if your opponent discards it, then you call Ron on them. If you draw it, then you call what's known as Tasumo, which means that you won by drawing the winning tile. And you might ask like what's the difference between the two? Well, when you win by Tsusumo, you get see this is the amount of points that you get. You get the amount of points uh or like your opponents have to pay the amount of points equal to this, so they have to split the 16,000. And then you're gonna see right here they're gonna split it right now. Someone's just upset, man. But yeah, you see right here, I do get the 1K back because I won. This guy had to pay more. As the dealer, you pay more. So if you didn't win as a dealer, you pay like 50% of the share, and everyone else pays 25%. And then if I called Ron instead, then one individual person has to pay that 16,000 instead. So let's say I called Ron on the guy on my left, that's minus like 16,000 points for him. But like that kind of plays into why Furiten like you can't like stuff like this exists because you can't it prevents you from just targeting one person all the time. No bullying people here, all right? And then let's see, we have Tanyao right here. Let's move down the list. So Tanyao is pretty much you build the whole hand without terminals or honor tiles. So that's, if I recall correctly, that's what I did here, right? Yeah, this is what I did here. This is Tanyao hand right here. It satisfied many Yakus, by the way. You can satisfy a lot of different winning hands Just keep that in mind, guys. So this one is one of the event quests. Again, this one's a really easy one to learn as a new player. Just no terminals, no honor tiles. Pretty straightforward. You can play this either open or closed. And then we have Pinfu. Pinfu is a Yaku that you can only play from a closed hand. For Pinfu, it's it's the build only sequences, so no honor tiles, so no triplets, guys, no triplets. Only. Oh, shoot, wait. Oh, never mind. The pair. I was getting scared for a second. I was like, wait a second, this is a triplet, and then I realized I'm like, oh wait, no, it's not. Yeah, this is not a triplet because it builds 3, 4, 5. This is my pair actually. Remember that a that a tile can only satisfy one pair or one meld. It can't be a pair and a meld at the same time. So how I have this structured, this is a sequence, this is a pair, this is another sequence, this is another sequence, and this is another sequence. I'm waiting for the either the 5 of bamboo or the 2 of bamboo. So that's Pinfu. And then we have Ipatsu. Ipatsu is pretty much like the only way to get this is through Richi. So in the video, I showed that I was denied Ipatsu. I would have actually gotten an Ipatsu here, but the problem is that someone called on it. So pretty much what Ipatsu is that you win before you discard anything. But then if someone does a tile call, then it cancels your that's also another way to cancel your Ipatsu. So someone called something here, which denied my Ipatsu. Otherwise, I would have drew, and then that would have won me the game and then won and satisfied that Yaku. And you have what's called Honoitsu. Oh my goodness, Honoitsu. Okay, I freaking watched it, guys. So pretty much this is what we know as the half flush. Um, Pretty much it's all you use all of one suit, and then it's a mix of honor tiles. This one you'll probably run into quite a bit. And then sometimes you'll run into what's known as a full flush or Chinitsu, which is instead of the honor tiles, you just have all of just one suit. Pretty straightforward, right? I mean that you might think like, oh, that sounds easy, but then like, yeah, it's pretty hard to get this a lot of the time. Most of the time you're not gonna get it. I did get it actually one time, guys, in Mahjong Soul yesterday. It was pretty funny. It was like 10 Han total. It was insane. But then yeah, we have what's known as Yakuhai. This one's another very easy one to build. So pretty much it's just use any suit tiles and then use a specific honor tile. So this one could be played open or closed. This one can also be played closed or open, but you lose a point if you play it open. This one is also open or closed. So you have to build one specific honor tile, and then any other tiles right here too is fine. So it does say right here, green, red, and white dragon tiles. Any of those are fine. The one for wind, the wind seats, it depends. So the seat wind is what you're playing on. So let's say if you're like the north wind, then only tiles or only the north wind will count for you. So for example, for here, I am the north wind in this case, so only the north wind would qualify for the pair or the triplet. And then also the round wind, which should be always east in this version of Mahjong. So it's either east or the round wind that you're on, or on the seat when you're on. And you afterwards you have what's known as Toy Toy. Toy Toy is you can play this either open or closed. It's pretty much just all triplets. That's it. It's all triplets. And the pair, I mean, just pair. And then you can also build a quad. Quads allow you to still build Toy Toy. And finally, we have Itsu. Itsu is building a sequence from 1 to 9. This one's still fairly easy to build. So in this case, I built the circles from 1 to 9. And by the way, you have to have a sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There was a time where I messed this up because it's easy to mess this up if you're not reading. So what happened in Mahjong Soul is that I wanted a 4 and then someone placed down a 4, right? And then I needed it for 4, 5, 6 sequence, but instead I called it for my 3, 4, 5 sequence, and then I locked in 3, 4, 5. So that pretty much just killed my Itsu because I called the wrong one. So yeah, make sure you guys double check. I mean, this only happens online. Make sure you read which tiles it's gonna if you're taking this from someone's discard pile to to combine it with the right tiles. Remember that you have to build these specific sequences. You have to build 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. It can't be like 2, 3, 4. It can't be all ones. It can't be 4, 5. It can't be like 3, 4, 5. It can't be 6, 7, 8. It needs to be these specific sequences. And then afterwards, anything else doesn't really matter. Okay, and yeah, again, these are some of the Yaku. There is a lot of Yakus. If you wanna check it out, the button's right here, and you can also search it up. There's a lot. You have to like learn what like Yaku man are. There's more complex ones. So just keep that in mind. And then we have finally what's called Furiten. This one you're gonna run into a lot, I think, as a new player. For me, I ran into this quite a bit. I would imagine it's gonna be the same for people just barely playing their first couple hours of Mahjong. You're gonna run into this so often. So pretty much you can see in this pause menu right here. You see these two. The problem is I can't call these two whenever someone discards it. It says right here red text. That's Furiten. Furiten, sorry, oh my goodness. But then it shows at the bottom here that it's 3 tiles left. There's 3 of these left. So why can't I call this? And you have like a little status bar right here, by the way. What happened here, by the way? Hold on. We called the 4 bamboo. I didn't need the 4 bamboo there. I actually don't remember why I couldn't call that one. It was probably because of that right here on the left. Oh wait, never mind. Oh, okay, and then it was it temporary food reason? Hold on, I don't think so, right? Back up, back up, back up. I'm gonna cut this part out. Just looking here. No one took anything. Oh, shoot, something I forgot to explain, but I probably won't have it in the video. But pretty much, when you're in Ricci, by the way, you can't play anymore. It's like you just auto throw the next tile. But pretty much with depending on oh my goodness, I clicked on the wrong button. No. Sorry, you guys don't see it, but like on the other screen, I freaking clicked on the wrong button. Ah, shoot. Where am I at now? Oh no. Oh no, where's it? Let me go back to the screen. Sorry, I feel like an old teacher now. I don't know technology anymore. But yeah, like pretty much any card or tile that you place right here, you can't call those, and those are still considered food written. So you can't call those tiles if you've already discarded them. So but then if there's still tiles that are in the live wall, you could still draw them and win. But then the likelihood of you drawing the winning tile is really low. So preferably you don't want to be in this state. You would only want to kind of be in the state if like I'm trying to think of some like really there might be a couple of reasons why you would want to be in this. I remember in Mahjong Soul yesterday, I kind of had to be in this because I wasn't because my hand kind of sucked, and I know the other opponents, they had like really good hands. So I started discarding a bunch of random tiles that match their discard pile because I know I'm not winning that round. I'm just playing defensively. And then eventually I just get into Fuderiton, and then I know it doesn't really matter because I'm not gonna win that round. But yeah, it's very situational, but preferably you don't want to be in this. And then there's also two different Fairytons. When depending on like if you called Ron or not. So if you pass on someone's Ron while not being in Ricci, you go in what's called a temporary Fuiten. So what this means is until you discard your next tile, you can't call Ron on someone else. Again, it's to prevent you from just bullying someone or like making sure you don't like making sure that you're not like ignoring someone, like it's to make it more fair. And then you have permanent Furitan, where if you're in Ricci then and you passed on Ron, then you kind of screw yourself. I don't know why you would want to do permanent Furitan. I'm not really sure, but the only way to win at this point would just be to sumo. So maybe let's say like you're trying to get like I can only think of a case scenario because I don't know, maybe I have to have like a higher IQ, but the only scenario I can think of is when you're trying to reduce someone else's points by a little bit, so you want it to sumo instead. But I think that would still be really difficult to do. I would just I don't know. I think in most cases people just do brawn, man. Um, and then yeah, that's pretty much the basics, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm probably gonna shorten this video down a lot. This was a 50-minute lecture, man. I don't I don't think it would be that watchable with 50 minutes. We'll probably cut it down to maybe 20 or 30 minutes. Holy, that was a whole Mahjong lecture, guys. Oh my goodness. Did I explain everything? Did I forget something, guys? I don't know if I don't know if I forgot anything. It's a lot of just experience. You gotta keep playing to figure out a lot of these. We started 4 hours ago. Oh, you're playing Mahjong right now? Oh, that's good. That's good. No one has any questions? I think we should play some music in the background. But yeah, I'll probably add the music in the back later on. Did that make it more confusing for people? I'm not sure. Did I bore everyone to sleep? This was a pretty big lecture, I think, of Mahjong. I think everyone fell asleep. Just play aggressively? Oh yeah, that's fine, that's fine. If you're wondering why some of these are shiny, by the way, that just means that it's just worth more. It's like bonus Han. Usually a lot of the shiny tiles, they're indicated by the door indicator right here. So this one's 2, so that means this one's gonna be, that means the Han value is increased for the one after that, so that's 3. Oh, no other questions? Alright, I hope you guys had a good lecture. Hopefully the lecture was good. I hope you learned something. Yeah, I mean, the Mahjong professionals are going to definitely dominate for the first few days, but then I think over time it won't be that bad. I think for the first week or two it'll be pretty bad because you'll just have like people that don't know what they're doing, and then they'll have like other people that are like, well, I'm just gonna smurf. I'm just gonna have some easy wins. I mean, not that it really matters. I don't think there's really much use to a point system right now. I mean, at the very end, Let's go to the very end right here. At the very end, after all 4 rounds are played out, you'll have like this little like point distribution. You don't have to worry about this at all. This pretty much just told you your performance. There's not really anything. There's not anything behind this right now, so don't worry about it. You do get more You do get more of these points that you need for event quests, but it doesn't really matter either. I mean, if you get less, then you just have to run like maybe an extra round or 2 or extra match or 2 of Mahjong. It's not that bad. Got Chinese chess. I do remember Chinese chess. All right. Guys, what do you think about my lecture? Did I need some feedback. Sorry if I'm like trying to force the feedback out of you guys, but like I need to know like if that actually helped anyone. If that helped anyone, let me know, because otherwise, if it didn't help people, then I shouldn't release that. If there was like if there was something that didn't make sense, or maybe I took too long explaining a couple of things, then if that's the case, then I shouldn't release those. I shouldn't release the video. And it'll just permanently be a stream lecture. 8 out of 10? You think it's 8 out of 10? Why are you the only one here, Sifu? What the heck? Where's everyone else? Guys? You want to kill your beam? Hey, Karo. You're late? Ah, shoot. I thought you were here for a while, Professor. I got one buh out of 10. I'm trying to comprehend what you just said. Oh shoot. Do I do another lap, guys? What do you guys think? Should I do one more lap of Mahjong lecture? Now that we know what we're talking about, I think we just go back into it, huh? You win all your Mahjong? I hope so. Unfortunately, you can't win every match of Mahjong. A lot of it is luck. Does it make sense to buy the ocean in installments? Installments. I mean, if you can't afford the one-time purchase, yeah. Actually, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's a one-time purchase anymore. It's looking like it's not a one-time purchase. Because we are getting season 3 a week early now versus China, and China had a week extension. So we're slowly getting closer and closer to where China is, but the thing is we're not getting any more extra ocean cores. I don't think people have really said much about that, but because we're catching up quicker to China, we're getting less and less cores versus how much they get per season. So that means that you guys have to get even more. And keep in mind, China had a China exclusive bug where they were able to get like 1 or 2 additional ocean cores. So you guys are also gonna miss out on that one too. So now, like, you guys are gonna be behind on like several ocean cores. Think you're gonna put $100 every month. That's not really gonna be enough for ocean weapon. Ocean weapons, like, if you're not a new player, that's like $2,500. How are you gonna pay off the ocean weapon if you're only going 100 every month? You're gonna get the ocean weapon in like 2 years, and then also the costs are, it still keeps going up and up and up. It seems like. You already got 65 stone from what, buying it, or just from buying and farming it? Because 65 is not a lot. Yep, you still need to upgrade it. We're already about to reach 100, level 180 for ocean weapon. Only farming? If you're only putting down 100 a month, I would not recommend trying to build an ocean weapon. Like 400, 500 a month, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. You'll eventually catch up. 100, like, because of what I'm talking about right now, where the ocean weapon seems to be more and more expensive for global players, since we're catching up to China, you guys have less resources. So that means that your ocean weapon is gonna keep rising in cost. So I don't think 100 is gonna really cut it. You're probably looking at like maybe like at the rate we're going, it's probably gonna take you like 3 or 4 years to get your ocean weapon if you're only putting down like 100. Just because we're getting less resources than China, so like, yeah, you're gonna need more ocean cores, and the cost of it is gonna go way beyond 2,500 because they're not compensating for the amount of cores that we're missing. So I wouldn't recommend building it with only 100 a month. More expensive than a GF? What? How do you even evaluate that price? With Nightmare, we got 8 glinting per week, 4 or 5 a month with money. What? What are you on? No, you don't get 8 per week. I highly suggest, Kuro, that you don't worry about an ocean weapon. I think you're gonna need to put down more. 4 on old and 4 on new? No, that's not how it works. They share the same weekly limit. So if you do Nightmare is Corgi, then Nightmare Deer is not gonna drop it. If you do Nightmare Stone Chad, then Nightmare Dark Dragon's not gonna drop anything. It's only 4 a week, man. About 200. I think what Ace said, just do the math. Like, it's gonna take you a really long time still to build your ocean weapon. You're not gonna, like, if you wait, you're not, like, being a, you're not, like, how do I put this? You're not going any faster by waiting and getting drops. The drops just makes it so that you don't fall behind. It doesn't, like, really increase how much, it doesn't increase to where eventually, you know, you'll pay off your ocean weapon without having to pay much, without having to drop too much on the ocean weapon, right? Like, you're still gonna have to drop like over 2k, no matter what, at the rate we're going, and then we're probably gonna have to drop even more because we're going faster than China, and so that means we're getting less resources per week. So yeah, you're gonna need it's probably gonna cost like close to 3k nowadays because we're going way faster than China. It's still gonna take you at least more than a year to get your ocean weapon from where you're at. Shoot, guys, I really want to make another freaking Mahjong recording. Freaking lap 2. We do 2 lectures in one day, guys. I haven't learned my lesson. Because surely we can just shorten it down to where it's like less than 20 minutes. Because I think I think if I cut down, or if I try to trim it right now, it'll be like 30 minutes long still. I don't know if someone wants to listen through a 30-minute long lecture and then like me just like bouncing all over the place, because I think some points I was like bouncing around a lot. You plan on trying out the twin axe class? Yeah. Okay, maybe I do it one more time, guys. I'm not really satisfied with that performance that I did. I think we try one more time to get a better recording. This is probably why it took a little bit longer for me to get this video, because like I don't want it to be too confusing. I know Mahjong has a lot of mechanics to it, and it's not something you can learn in a few minutes. Like I wanna make that very clear that it's not something you can learn in a few minutes by just looking at like 2-minute, 3-minute, or even 4-minute videos. Because I know how content creation works. I mean, they do it because it's easy money for them. I get it, but like there's so many mechanics in Mahjong that you're not gonna learn most of it in one video, in one like less than 10-minute video. You're gonna have to actually play the game a lot, and as well as you're gonna probably have to look at multiple like 10-minute videos. It'll probably start equaling like more than an hour plus long. Yeah, you guys are getting Disneyland this season. Are you planning to try out the Twin Striker? Yeah, I think I answered that already. I am. Nightmare Stone Chad? Or for hard Stone Chad? It'll just be my reaction, man. Oh, oops. Watch I click one of these buttons one day, it just goes to a suspicious video, guys. That'd be crazy. No, I don't save suspicious videos on my computer. Okay, guys, we'll do one more try, okay? Ah, shoot, I freaking pressed the button again. Why did I press the button? Don't press the button. Oh, you know what? You know what I should do? I shouldn't play this video until like at the towards the end. Okay. So, guys, if you guys don't know, I made a mahjong video. Oh, shoot. No, I didn't make a mahjong. Guys, I'm making a mahjong video right now. Okay, back up, back up, back up. We don't want to start the video like that. Okay, guys. I made a mahjong guide on Maxroll, but I think people are still confused on it, and that's perfectly fine because there's a lot to learn about mahjong. It's not something you can learn in a few days, or maybe it is. Can you learn in a few days? Yeah, maybe. Will you be good at it? Probably not. And I'd like to just talk a little bit about how each category and how they function. Okay. Shoot, that doesn't sound good either, guys. The intro is bad, man. Um, let me get my bearings here. Giving you Yakuza flashbacks, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot to learn. But then again, don't let it overwhelm you. Just take some time to just learn a few things. Maybe read this guide a little bit just to familiarize yourself with like a couple things, and then start learning like advanced things. Because again, the Richi Mahjong is not something you can learn in like a few hours. It for most people, it's going to take you a little bit more time. But then if you keep practicing, you keep learning and expanding your knowledge on the game, then it can be really fun. I enjoy mahjong in moderation. And then yeah, it's coming out in like a few days, or not a few days. It's gonna come out by the time this video releases. It's gonna be in the new Starland area. It's like a event area, it seems. And then there's event quest. So these are the known quests at this time. You guys are gonna have something called the Fortune Bloom activity, where it like gives you all these quests. All these have some terminal, or some of these have like terminology that you're not familiar with. We'll go over it later in the video. And cumulative points is just playing the game. Okay, so in Mahjong, there are 136 different tiles, guys. And let's go over the first three basic ones, which are the suits. They are bamboo, circle, and character. You have each suit with a number between 1 to 9. 1 and 9 being the terminal tiles. We'll go more into that later. Those pretty much um those are pretty much used for to fulfill some winning hand requirements. And then we have the honor tiles. We have green, red, white as the acting as the dragon tiles, and then east, south, west, and north as the wind tiles. These are again all honor tiles. Okay, so and then when you first boot up the game, it's gonna look like this. Okay, you're look at the screen and you're gonna be like confused. Okay, let me walk you through each one. So when you start, you have 13 total tiles. And then when it's your turn, you gain one additional tile. And then when it's your turn, you have to choose which tile to discard from this from your list of tiles in your hand. Okay, so let's say probably gonna discard the one of bamboo right here. This is a one of bamboo. I'm gonna discard it, and it's gonna be in the discard pile. So you're gonna see it right here. So right now it's this guy's turn. Oh, by the way, these markers, they show which direction the player is in. So on my right is the east wind, and then directly opposite is north. Or excuse me, south. South. And then this is west, and then this is north. It always goes like that in a counterclockwise. Sometimes I can be east, and then afterwards this will be south, and then west, north. But yeah, the one that's usually grayed out is always gonna be the east seat, and the east seat is not only always the dealer, but they're also the one that always goes first in a round. Okay, and then you can see here he tossed out his white dragon tile, so that's the discard pile. Every person has a discard pile, and you're gonna see me. I'm looking through my cards, and then you see here this is the timer. You saw there was a timer. There was a gray number, and there's a blue timer. So pretty much the gray is your temporary timer, and the blue is how much timer you have for the rest of the round. So that's like additional time. Um, and then what else? These are your point values, how much points you have. This is the current round number, and this is how many tiles are left. At the top right, this one shows you all the different types of winning hands. Don't worry too much about it. It's very overwhelming. We'll go over the commonly used and easy winning hands. So don't worry too much about this just yet. This one, don't even touch. And this one, this is the dead wall, and the one that's flipped up is the Dora indicator. So it shows a 2 of character. That means any numerical number after 2 is gonna give me extra points. So for example, have 3. That means the 3 of character has more point value, or Han it is more commonly referred to as. So I have 2 of these, so that means that my hand is worth a little bit more because I have these. And then like if it's an honor tile, because it can be honor tile, it goes in this order. This is why I have these listed in this order, because it pretty much goes in the order of the Dora tile. So for example, if it shows a green, then it's a red that gets boosted in Han value. If it's like a south tile, then it's a west. But then again, as a new player, you don't need to know this just yet. Maybe after some time playing a few rounds, and then maybe start worrying about this. This just gives you extra points after you win a match or a round. And then you might be asking, how do I win? So you win by building 4 melds in 1 pair. What's a meld? Meld is either comprised of a triplet or a sequence, which is like 3 of a kind. So there are other pairs, or there are other combinations, like 13 Orphans, Chi Toetsu, and Nagashi Mangan. These 3, they don't really follow the 4 melds in 1 pair, but don't worry about these, okay? Don't worry about these for right now for the sake of this video, because these are very hard to build. So just note that for all intents and purposes, you are going to be building these only. 4 melds, 1 pair, okay? So a triplet is 3 of the same tile. So for example, like if I had another 3 of character right here, that would mean that would be a triplet. That would satisfy a triplet. If I had like a 7, 8, 9 bamboo, that would be a sequence. You can't build sequences on honor tiles. That's the difference. And then when you do your winning hand, you either call the sumo or Ron. The Ron is whenever someone. Oh, I haven't even explained the discard piles yet. So when you're playing, you have what's known as a closed hand for now. Whenever you call do like what's known as a tile call. So let's say my opponent. Okay, so he has a red, right? And if I needed another red to complete a sequence or a triplet, because you can only build triplets with the honor tiles, then I can do what's called a tile call, and then that'll open my hand. But if you open your hand, keep in mind that it lets you build faster, but with the caveat that you now not only reveal your hand a little bit, you also disqualify yourself from building certain winning hands, because certain winning hands require you to be only with a closed hand, and you only get a closed hand if you don't do a tile call. Tile calls lets you build quicker, but again, it's with it poses many dangers. You can't build certain things anymore. You can you can't really defend yourself that much more. So like defending yourself, I'll also go into that later. So the two ways you win is from Tsumo Ron. Ron, if the last tile is is something you need and it's the winning tile, then you can call Ron. And then if you draw your winning tile, which is the last tile, winning tile is the last tile, then you can call Tsumo. So just keep those in mind. And then the three tile calls that you'll normally run into is Chi, Pon, and Kon. Chi is whenever the opponent on your left discards a tile. I keep calling card a tile. So let's say I need this 3 of circles here. If I can call Chi if it completes the sequence, and it can only be the one on the left, by the way. So only my opponent on the left I can call Chi, and then I'll take his 3 of circles if I ever needed it. And then we have Pon. Pon is whenever you want to call a triplet. Like for example, if I needed a white dragon and this guy discarded a white dragon and I needed it, I can call Pon. I'll immediately take it, and then you'll see it right here, and then it'll be my turn. So pretty much it'll skip this guy's turn. Pawn and calling Pawn and Con allows you to just allows your turn to come immediately after. So it's nice in some occasions where you're trying to, skip someone's turn. Con, it pretty much with Con, if you can build a quad, like let's say I have a three of a kind right here, and then someone draws another 3 or discards a 3 character, I can call Con and then it'll open my hand right here. The only exception though is if you drew the 4th tile, the 4th of the same tile. So let's say I have like 3 south wind tiles right here. If I drew a 4th south, then I can call what's known as a close con. Close con doesn't open my hand actually, but it'll still place tiles right here. So keep that in mind. And then con will also reveal another Dora indicator. Sometimes you don't want to do another con though, because otherwise, if let's say you're nowhere close to winning, you're not going to win the round because you're unlucky. You don't want to help your opponents out by calling con, because that can increase the point value of anyone else's tiles too. So don't call con if you feel like you're not going to win. Okay, and then let's move on to the common Yaku. So the whole name of the game, Richi, is a Yaku, guys. So these Yaku, they're all Yakus that have a really high percentage according to what I've been reading. Usually a lot of people, like, more than 40% of the winning hands are Richi. More than 20% of the winning hands are Tanyao, So these are really, you will see these a lot. And so how to declare Richi, your hand has to be closed the entire time. So you can't call Chi, you can't call Pawn. You have to have your hand closed the entire time. And then whenever you're 1 tile away, you'll see this button right here, this nice looking gold black button. You can initiate Chi, or not Chi, sorry, Richi. And then it'll tell you which card or tile to discard here. It should be this same round right here. Let me skip over. Yeah, it's right here. Cut this part out of the video. Yeah, so pretty much I'm in Richi now, or I'm about to be in Richi, and the game tells me which tile to discard, so I can be 1 tile away. And then it'll tell you how it'll tell you what your win condition is and how many tiles are left down below. So my win condition is a 4th character, and there's only 1 4th character left. So it's gonna be really risky for me, but it's like whatever, right? Because we're only at this point, the game's almost over, so I might as well just RNG it. So what happens is when you call Ricci, you place a 1,000 point stick. So you're pretty much betting. If you don't win, then you pretty much lose 1,000 points too. And then also the game auto plays for you. So you pretty much just keep discarding the tile that you draw until you win, until you get to sumo or Ron. And then if you do win, by the way, if you do end up winning, then what happens is that the tiles that are revealed up here. So you see, there's two Dora indicators that are revealed. You also get what's called a Ura Dora, so it reveals additional tiles that have more Han to it, equal to the amount of Dora indicators that were up at the time. So right now there's two Dora indicators. That means that we get two Ura Dora indicators. So that means it's just more points for me. So that's one of the advantages of calling Ricci is if you win, you get access to Ura Dora. So it potentially increases your value of your hand. And usually very likely that it will increase the value. So it's really nice. That's why that's one of the big advantages of Ricci. And then you have Tanyao. Tanyao is pretty much what the Mahjong community refers to as all simples or all simps. So to satisfy this, you have to build only with 2 to 8 suits. Numbers 2 to 8. Honor tiles or terminal tiles being 1 to 9, those don't count. It's actually really easy to build this. And then you can actually build multiple Yaku. So you can build a winning hand that satisfies multiple of these, or like Yaku that's not even listed here. And then that'll increase the amount of Han value for your hand. And then you have Pinfu. Pinfu, this means that it's only tiles that build a sequence. That means no honor tiles. You can't have a single honor tile in this. So no triplets either. You might think that this is a triplet, but keep in mind that I can separate this to be a pair. A tile can't qualify as a pair and a sequence or a meld at the same time. It can't be a meld and a pair at the same time. So what this means is I can have 3, 4, 5 character as a sequence, and then 3, 3 is my pair, and then 3, 4, 5 is my sequence, and then 6, 7, 8 is my sequence. And now I'm just waiting for the 5 of bamboo or the 2 of bamboo to complete my last sequence, and then that'll qualify for Pinfu. By the way, it has to be 2 and 5. It has to be, you have to be waiting on like 2 n numbers. That's known as a Ryan Man wait. And then we have Ipatsu. Ipatsu pretty much is just an extension of Ricci in some way. So pretty much if you win before you discard your next tile after you just called Ricci, then you qualify for Ipatsu. However, if someone does a tile call at any point too, that also disqualifies you for Ipatsu. So this one just adds extra Han. Oh, by the way, this has to be closed. The Pinfu means it. Pinfu. Like I said, some Yakus can only satisfy. Only be. You can only qualify for some of these if it's closed or open. So Tanya, you can have it open or close. Pinfu is closed. Ipatsu is obviously closed because Ricci is closed. Honetsu and Chinetsu, that sounds mean. These can be played open or closed, but if you play it open, you lose Han value. So what Honetsu is a half flush. So you use one only suit. So let's say in this case I'm using only circles, and then you use any sort of honor tiles. And then full flush, which is Chinetsu, it's the same thing, but you don't use honor tiles. This is actually kind of hard to build. This one is pretty easy. You'll run into this quite a bit. Yakuhai is pretty much 4 melds in 1 pair, but then the honor tile can satisfies some conditions. The conditions being like it being like a dragon tiles, or it matches the seat wind that you're in. So in this case, I'm playing as the north wind. So I can only get Yaku High if I get north wind tiles only, or if it's the seat win. In this case, it's the east seat, so east or north will qualify for this. And then it's using any suit. You can use any suit, and then you can play this open or close. Toy Toy is just all triplets, pretty straightforward. You can also use quads too, like I said earlier. Quads are triplets, guys. And then Itsu is building a sequence from 1 to 9 of one suit. It has to be specific sequences though, like so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can't build it like 2, 3, 4, and then like all triplets for ones, or like you have to build 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6 sequence, then 7, 8, 9, and then anything else is fine. And these again are going to be the common Yaku that you're going to run into. Just familiarize yourself. If that was too much, you can always just only worry about like a few of them. Like maybe the first 4 of these is fine, and then maybe start worrying about these. But then like later on, you would want to learn more Yaku, because the more Yaku that the more versatile your hand is going to be. Like you have more options on what to build, and that'll increase your point value. I mean, the whole point is to win the whole game. I know that it's easy to it could be easier to just win a round, but then if you're only focused on winning a round, then you're usually only going to get a little bit of points. Sometimes you want to build into like several different Yaku, because that'll give you more points. Even though if you lose, like let's say you lose 3 rounds, but then the thing is, if you lose 3 rounds and you only lost like a little bit of points, but then the 4th round you build like freaking like 10 different Yakus, then you're gonna gain so many points that the first 3 rounds didn't even matter. So yeah, like sometimes like that's just the extra strategy involved. You have to think, do you want to play defensively because you're not gonna, because the risk factor maybe is too high and you're not gonna really get a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? Is like you can be building you can be building for like a easy to build Yaku and get like a little bit of points, or you can take a bigger risk if you know what you're doing and you know that you know your hand's potential value, and you can try to risk it for a even bigger payout, and then you'll probably retain that lead for a while. Okay, and then finally we have what's called Furiten. This is a status condition, guys. This is something that you're gonna run into a lot. It's kind of the bane of new players, I think. So depending on what you have discarded already, you can't call those as the winning tile. So for example, like if I needed this green tile to complete to complete my winning hand, that's the last tile I need, and it's already in my discard pile, I can't call that on other people. I have to draw that. And that'll be what's known as a Furiten. You can't it's like if someone discards it, they're safe. You can't call that. Anything in your discard pile, you can't call anymore on other people for Furiten. So, or for the winning tile, I mean. So it adds an extra layer of a strategy. And then there's 2 different types of Furiten. There's temporary and there's permanent as well. Temporary is when you're not in Richi and then you passed on calling Ron. So until you discard another tile, you can't call the Ron again. And then there's what's called permanent Furiten. So whenever you're in Richi and you passed on the opportunity to call Ron, then you can't call Ron anymore for the remainder of that round. So the only way you win is by drawing the tile. Normally you don't want to do that. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I know that Mahjong is very intimidating. Like even with this video, even if you watch like other small like 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos, even 25-minute videos, you're probably still not going to understand. And you know what? That's fine. It takes a lot of just playing the game, learning from your mistakes. Just like any other game, any other video game, any other board game, it takes a lot of just trial and error. And then I'll just play this whole game right here. This is pretty much just me trying to build a Tenyao and Ricci to satisfy the achievement. So I'm playing closed hand. I'm not gonna call Chi. I'm not gonna call pawn. So I'm trying to discard all my honor tiles right now. Just auto. Well, yeah, something I didn't mention while this is playing out. I There are ways to auto this a little bit, but then they're not really reliable. Like there's one where it just auto tosses the tile out, the tile that you get from the live wall or the let me pause this, or like the draw pile. So you're pretty much just in Ricci, pretty much like a Timu Ricci. You don't want to do that because you're not gonna be able to build any tiles, or you're not gonna build your hand. So unless you're like one or two tiles away from winning, autoing is you're not gonna get anywhere. Okay, at this point they kind of know what I'm building already, I think. Um, I am dumping all my honor tiles. I'm dumping my freaking terminal tiles. So I think my opponents already have an idea what I'm building. The guy on my right is probably also building the same thing if I recall correctly, because look at him. He has all honor tiles. He has pretty much the terminal tiles right here. So he's also building Tanyao as well. Yeah, that's another thing too, guys. You have to keep in mind that you have to know, like, having an idea what your opponents are building that round can help a lot. Like, for example, I was playing Mahjong Soul yesterday, and I noticed that people are not discarding their bamboos. So I'm like, okay, they're waiting for a bamboo most likely. So I'm just not gonna dump any bamboo card or tiles. Yeah, they're building their Imperial Jades. Also, I'd like to say that I don't really think that I'm doing the most optimal plays, but then they're not like necessarily like really horrible. Like you want to understand this game, most people don't understand this game at the start. You're gonna need to play it a few times and then read like multiple different guides if you want to get much better at this game. But then it is really fun once you learn it. Like for me, this was really scary, guys. I'll be honest. This was so scary to stream because like I had a few mahjong experts in the chat, and holy like you would just get perma backseated. So as a new player, it's freaking scary, especially more amplified if you're streaming. But then I was like I tried my best not to have that stop me, and I mean like eventually I did get better, and now kind of understand after playing for about a few days, and I start understanding you know how to make better plays. It's not the perfect plays, but it's way better, and it's not like I'm moving backwards with my hand potential and values potential. And then see I called Ricci here, nice. Just waiting for my turn. This guy keeps yoinking all of the dude's cards or tiles. And then I can call to sumo. And then you can see right here, it's worth 8 Han, 16,000 points. and you can see the list of Yaku that you got, or Han, I mean, list of Han, where your Han came from. And yeah, they paid me for the points. The dealer has to pay 50% of the points, while everyone else pays 25%. If I called Ron instead, the person that I called Ron on has to pay the full amount. So if it was like this dude, it would have been like 16 or 17,000 he had to pay. And I mean that's pretty much it. And then whenever you finish, you'll be greeted by this screen right here. Don't worry too much about this yet. I don't know if Starland will have a different way of ranking this. This is just how it was in when we had it in Astraleads. So the points or the ranking points right here in green don't really matter a lot. The score right here, I mean, you'll get more of these just by playing the game. It doesn't really matter. If you get low, then it doesn't matter because you just play more rounds. It just means you have to play another round. And that's pretty much it. That's all of Mahjong. You guys have any questions? Was that confusing? I feel like, guys, and this part won't be in the video, but like I feel like I explained that way better this time. That was like we cut like 15 minutes of fat right there. We just trimmed 15 minutes. That's pretty good. Kinda, but it's because Mahjong's confusing. Yeah, it's really freaking confusing. That's why a lot of people, I feel like, don't want to play it, because it requires you to sit down and like mess up a few times, and you know, messing up sucks. You don't want to mess up. You want to feel good playing the first few rounds, but you're not gonna feel good playing the first few rounds. You're gonna feel like ass. You're gonna feel like, dang, I'm bad at this game. And then, you know, eventually, if you endure that and you keep playing and you start learning over time, then you will, I think, enjoy this game. I think once you like, okay, so this is what I did. I played the game. I didn't even read up any tutorials. You know what I did? I played the game. I played a couple rounds. And then when I ended stream that day, I went over and I started just looking at random guides. And then the next day I started like understanding like, oh, okay, so this is what you need to do. This is how that thing works. And then afterwards after that, and then I started looking at more guides. So I just kept going back and forth, back and forth. You know, you don't have to do what I did where I play first blind and then look at guides. You can do guides and then play, and then guides again and then play. You know, you just keep going back and forth, and eventually you'll build up your knowledge on the game, and then you will do way better. What the heck is this? What is Yakuza? Remember reading a guide, and I was more confused afterwards. I think that's why like what I did. I think playing the game first and then looking at the guides will probably help you a little more. Because even in that 20-minute lecture that I did, like there's a lot of terminology still that I just kind of crash course through. And yeah, you will forget a lot of these, and that's perfectly fine. And then, you know, I would recommend just playing a few rounds. And then after you play a few rounds, maybe come back to the same guide, or maybe watch a different guide, or look at a different video, and then see, you know, if that clicks again. If it doesn't, I mean, most of the time it will. If it doesn't, though, like, you can just play a couple more rounds. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll eventually just start clicking. It will eventually start clicking. And then bro, I was playing this for 3 hours, man, yesterday. Holy was it. It was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed it. This is not going to be in the stream, or this is not going to be in the video, but like, I'll be honest, if like, it felt stressful to play at first. When I first started playing Mahjong on stream, I was like, shoot, this is so stressful, man. I'm trying to laugh it off, but then like in my head, not intrusive thoughts, but like just in my head, I'm like, dang, this is so stressful, man. I'm messing up, man. I'm messing up too much. But yeah, like, there's not really much you can do. You're gonna mess up, and that's perfectly fine. Just keep playing. You'll eventually understand at some point. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys, that was... I'm crying inside, man. I think that was really good. I think I did a way better job. I didn't use a bunch of filler words, or I didn't get confused on where I was at currently for the guide. Okay, anyways. Would you be able to and willing to stream Mahjong in China? Nobody really plays Mahjong right now. That's why I'm kind of going over it right now. And also, like, it's since I'm not really, like, I don't consider myself to being really good at Mahjong. I really don't consider myself being really good at Mahjong, so if I were to call out what I'm doing, like, I know that I'm not gonna, like, do horrible plays, but then there could be better plays. If you were like a Mahjong expert that was watching me just commentate, like, you would probably go over and be like, oh, I mean, you could have discarded this tile, and that would have increased your hand's potential more than if you discarded, you know, a different tile that you just discarded. Hey, whoa, 7 out of 10. I mean, that's pretty good, I think. Okay, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna edit that video. Add a little bit of music to it, so it's not like super quiet. And then post that video like a couple hours before the launch of Starland. And I also have to do like Maple Story stuff still too. Oh shoot, I still have to do dailies. It's weekly reset over there pretty soon. Shoot. And then afterwards I need to take a nap because I'm gonna be staying up for a while. Okay guys, I hope you learned something useful. I will be back an hour or two before reset. Or before China, not reset, but like before China gets their season 3, alright? You guys need to know when season 3 starts. It starts in 8 hours. 8 hours and 17 minutes. So I have 8 hours, 15 minutes to take a nap. Do my weeklies for Mushroom Game. Which, there's actually a lot of weeklies. And then I have to also edit the video a little bit. Thank God I did it on stream, so it shouldn't be that bad. It's just adding music and cutting some parts that are that don't have any substance, or that has little substance in it. Have fun in season 3? Oh yeah, heck yeah. You sure it's 8 hours? I double checked. I confirmed with Kotome that it's 8 hours, unless it's a extended maintenance. Okay, guys. I need to. I'm probably gonna go grab food first, and then I'll start editing that video. But anyways, bye bye, guys. We'll be back in 6 or 7 hours. Holy, season 3 is coming, guys. Wow, can you believe that? Yes, yeah. Guys, I didn't mean to say 6 or 7. Like, that's literally around the range that I'm coming back. Because I'm not going to come back, like, in directly 8 hours. Because I still want to, like... I still want to have some, like, extra time to just chill for a little bit before the freaking floodgates happen. Alrighty, guys. I will see you all. See you all later. Maybe I should just be right here, and then whenever I open stream, I'm still gonna be underneath this table. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Have a good rest of your guys' day. Hope to see you in season. Hope to see you guys in the season 3 stream.